All right. What's up, everyone? Back again. We got another person helping us out. Sarah, how we doing tonight, Sarah?
Hi, I'm good. Nice to be here.
A wild week to get
Katie,
into
how we
it.
doing? Katie,
clock.
how we doing? Yeah.
All right.
What do you mean, all right?
I was tweeting about it yesterday, actually, but so living in downtown Chicago, I have to walk. Everything is a chore. Everything. You have to do everything by foot. So going to the grocery store, I get all these ingredients, make soup, schlepping that shit back. The wind is so aggressive the entire time. Get back, make the soup. The soup is amazing. I enjoy 3 bowls of it. And then I wait for it to cool down so I can just put the pot in the fridge. I literally dropped the entire pot. It literally landed upside down. I was on my hands and knees on the ground like Kevin in The Office with the chili.
That's what I was about to say. You look like Kevin from The Office.
I was literally shoveling the soup in. I had to throw the rug out that was in front of my fridge. I was like, this isn't even savable.
Oh my God.
And
poor thing.
Entire pot of soup. But then I ended up having like leftover ingredients of it and shit. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna I want this fucking soup. So it was just too cold to walk to the grocery store. So I just had the shit delivered and I made it again tonight and I haven't put it in the fridge yet. And I'm fucking scared.
Okay.
Oh my God. I kind of want some of that soup now.
It's delicious.
I feel like I'm missing out.
No, you're not. She probably she's from Mishawaka. She's eating the shit off the floor.
No, I was literally shoveling it in and I literally had like a fourth of a thing of paper towels left. Obviously used every single one of them and not even half the soup was cleaned up off the floor.
Oh, honey.
So I had to start using like dish towels. I had to start like deciding which dish towels I was okay with just throwing away.
I just don't need the bad juicy this week.
It was not a great Monday.
Oh, honey.
I ended up eating a Dairy Queen Blizzard for dinner.
That's honestly,
that's not that
I
bad
take that as a dub.
Yeah, that's not that bad. But all right, Men Tell All. Honestly, from this season might have been the most interesting episode we've got because all these guys are fucking females. We'll start off with because the first thing they kind of got into was Will and Peter. They've had their differences. I don't know. It was just kind of a bunch of bullshit. To
Will started off like with his argument saying like Peter was only there to promote his business and all this shit. And I was like, I don't really know about that. Like if you should have come on here. You should have went on Shark Tank. I was like, that's kind of like a stupid thing. He's just mad. Or Peter was mad that Will called him a narcissist. And then they just started going at it. Like Will started it.
It felt like an episode of Jerry Springer, and I feel like everyone thought that. And my whole thing is, like, I understand Peter sucks. Like, I totally get it. But, like, I didn't get the whole bit where they were just reading these bad reviews and, like, I don't know. I'm like, as someone that owns, like, their own business, why? I kind of felt bad for him. I was like,
Will
kind of putting his whole livelihood in jeopardy. I was just sad.
Will took time out of his own day to go write those fucking reviews. He took his own time. Like, how miserable.
You mean Bachelor producers?
Or do you think it was them? I don't know. Like, I could see Will doing that shit.
I was like, it's definitely or the producers instigated him to do it.
He definitely did it though, but then he's kind of a douchebag because the whole time he was complaining to everyone else about like being a man and manning up, but then he said he didn't do it. He 100% did it. Every time they read him, they read him, he was like, "Yep, that's facts." It's like, yeah, because you fucking.
I mean, this is why men are more petty than women are.
He said when the pizza tastes like it was dipped in the pool. Yeah, Romeo was like, "That's suspicious."
Yes. Right.
Sus.
Peter, like, obviously is a douchebag, but like, it also is like, dude. Like, he could have just, honestly, he should have just went, like, ripping his pizza thing was like kind of like, I don't know why you do that, but like he should have just went at him for like his sister sliding in his DMs. Like, that's all you had to do.
Sent me. Peter lost his fucking, I don't blame him either. I think I would lose my mind if someone started talking about my sibling in any type of way. But it is so fucking funny that Peter's sister was sliding in Will's DMs. Like, I
do you think that actually happened though?
I 100% believe it. Like,
I need to see the receipts because I'm like,
but the only reason why I believe it is because of Peter's reaction.
Yes, and I can see maybe Peter and his sister don't have that great of a relationship because of the kind of person Peter is. I'll admit that, even though I love Peter.
but like the way Peter reacted, he definitely reacted like that's 100% something my sister would do, and that's 100% like she might be into you. So, but
did he respond though?
I don't know. He probably did. It's Will.
I want to see these DMs. I need to see them.
I know. He needs to post them. I wonder if he will end up doing that.
But also, when they kept saying he went on the show for his business, it's like he owns a pizza place, not like he's making an app that he was pushing the whole time.
Yeah,
like
exactly. I mean,
pizza's pretty easy to push. Like,
everyone likes pizza, and it's not like his pizza is accessible nationwide. He's in Florida.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
How hard can you push your business if there's only restaurants in Florida for it? You know,
right?
Like, I don't think you can order it online. I've never even looked into it. Somebody mentioned to me though that Peter literally has like only 3,000 followers or something like that. Like, his clout did not grow from the show at all. Yeah, I can't find him on Instagram.
Well, maybe that's why.
Maybe he deleted it.
I don't know.
I'm surprised.
Oh, maybe he did.
He probably did. I would.
For the hate.
So embarrassing.
But okay, throughout this whole episode, though, it was kind of one of those where like, these guys would talk, and then it would be like these guys definitely forget that everything's recorded and shown on national television, because they'd say one thing and then they'd be like, "That's not what I said. That's not how I meant it." And it's like, dude, so I don't even know what happened next, but you said Jerry Springer. And honestly, Jaime, that's all I thought about every time he was talking we were watching an episode of Jerry Springer. And when he was in the back and they were like showing him, it just threw me back to like Jerry Springer. They're showing the dad in the back. And
I hate Jaime.
Yeah, the thing about Jaime is I wouldn't even call him a master, but he is a great gaslighter, because he would say one, and he had all these guys fooled until they watched the show back.
He knows how to, he sells. He's a seller. Yeah,
exactly. And it kind of takes me back to that poem episode where he didn't even follow the script. He was just like doing motivational speaking, trying to have like a big dick or whatever.
I forgot about that.
Like, he doesn't make any sense. He's caught in 4K, literally 4K, and he cannot admit what he did. He just talks all these little loops around people and doesn't ever get to a point.
Casey made that point. He was like, I would love to just get a straight up answer or just a straight up apology from you without you saying all these roundabout things.
Well, every time they asked him a question, like a simple, like, did you say this? He'd be like, there's levels to every answer. And it's like, bro, shut the fuck up. It's like, yes or no. You guys are on my
fucking level.
It's like, yes or no. You're such a douchebag. But yeah, he was super annoying. And like, honestly, I don't think he was that part of the show, like when they were filming, that I cared enough. But like, listening to him talk now, it was like, dude, this guy sucks.
I hate his
the
face.
Fucking worst.
I can't look at his stupid fucking face anymore.
I didn't even think he was that like at all. He was not attractive at all, and that's why
he was charming. What? He was charming. That's why he had me at first, because he had me fooled at first too. After their first one-on-one, I was like, oh my god, Jaime, and then he ended up fucking it up for himself like towards the end of that same episode.
Trauma bond with Michelle.
Yeah,
with the whole thing. And I was like, why would you say that on a first date? I know it's The Bachelor, things move fast.
Yeah, The Bachelor.
But like, it's like, it was just like that's what the whole gaslighting narcissistic people do, is they like catch you in that. And they're like, oh, I need to feel bad for this person. I need to give him the benefit of the doubt. Yada, yada. It's just a manipulative tactic. Even if it is true, which it is.
I don't even believe anything he said on the show though. Like,
yeah.
Like, he still wouldn't even
like own up.
That deep. he still wouldn't even own up to like.
He refuses to admit his whole thing is he was like, you know what? We all talk. It's not like we don't go to something and come back here and we don't talk. We all come and talk. So we all talked about Michelle potentially knowing Joe before. He rested on that as if he wasn't the one who started that. He was the root of the problem.
What I'm saying.
That's what everyone was trying to say. Like, dude, you're the one who planted the seed in everyone's head because we came back and you talked about it.
Well, I remember that one episode, he tried to start the conversation. And I remember, I think it was like Nate and like 2 other people were in this conversation and they were all just like, yeah, dude, whatever. Like no one cares about the whole Joe thing. And then he and like no one thought anything of it. And then he goes and tells Michelle, oh, they're all talking about it. And I'm like, what the actual F is going on?
Yeah. But then he covered his tracks like Rodney said, because he was the one who said, look, you need to stand up and speak if it's you, because we're going to find out one way or another. And then everyone's like, oh, it can't be him. He can't be the one who said it.
He literally, he gaslit the whole fucking room. He was like, someone fess up. And it's like, you're the one who needs to
That's what I'm saying.
He stood up and said that knowing damn well he was the one who started that whole thing. And he stood up there with confidence saying it too. He's a psycho.
He was the one that was saying, he's like, I know it's The Bachelor and the viewers, and Nate's like, what? And so him not even realizing that his words and his actions would be shown on national television and it would totally rebuttal everything he just said.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. I'm like,
that's what I'm
how
saying.
Are you that stupid?
That's what I'm saying. There were so many times where it was like these guys kind of just forgot that everything was being recorded. But moving on, I don't even know what was next, but we're gonna go to the one guy who, Ryan, he got sent home night 1 because he was the one who had the full playbook on how to basically win. And I gotta be honest, I don't think that is that bad.
Well, my thing is, I think it was a complete producer plant just to like get people enticed into the show.
No, they enticed. They told him, "Bring your notes, dude," and then they set up Tasha and Kaylin to go in there and go through a shit. Why would he be dumb enough to actually bring the fucking notes?
It was way too frustrating for me to actually think. And guys aren't that even smart to even bring notes.
Yeah,
like,
no, it had to have been. Yeah, like it was.
I think it was a producer planted.
Yeah.
But listen,
whatever.
But listen. This guy definitely. So first off, one of his 3 bullet points, I have all of them pulled up. One of his 3 bullet points.
Like, I have the receipts.
Yeah, is Ryan is enthusiastic about cuddling. All right. So this guy is definitely not great with females, and a few notes might help him out on this show. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
Okay, study the notes before you fucking leave, dude. Do your homework before you show up to the fucking assignment.
Do they
always anything wrong with like a few things to keep in mind? Like, hey, Michelle's a teacher. Like,
you know, he did have the teacher note was bad. No, the teacher
like
note
what
was
she's
bad.
Like, but like him literally having a point by point thing to act like an actual like human being and have a conversation.
Yeah, he was
a little weird. That's why I
act.
think it was like a producer planted thing. Because some of the bullet points were pretty like.
I think he got those notes from. He legitimately got those notes from somebody he knew back home and whoever, you know.
No,
and
he said that
somebody convinced him to bring it with him to the fucking. Somehow he was convinced, or he's just actually dumb enough to have brought them and told a producer about it.
He is dumb enough to bring
it was definitely the producer probably edged him on to do it. He's like, oh yeah, this is a great idea. You need to take notes.
He said, I like making lists or something.
I don't even know.
One of his bullet points to that point is he loves spreadsheets.
Ew.
Like his 3 bullet points. Listen to these 3 bullet points. Like this just I don't think so like the teacher note that he made was super weird. It was like teachers feel like it's a job or whatever, seem interested in it. It's like, dude, what the, like, that's pretty stupid. But also, Katie, to your point, he said it was his best friend's wife who has watched every season, made like majority of those notes. Yeah, but
so
his 3 bullet points,
a bitch.
Yeah, the 3 bullet points are: Ryan is obsessed with ice cream trucks, Ryan loves spreadsheets, and Ryan is enthusiastic about cuddling. So like,
my thing is,
psychopath.
I really don't buy that, because it's been like informed to everyone else that he was on one of the Bachelor like live shows or like part of something like that. And one of the guys brought it up during the Men Tell All. And so that's why I'm pushing this narrative that it was definitely like a producer planted thing, because maybe they discovered him through that.
They've been talking to him.
Go on the show and yada yada. And maybe he was just trying to get clout and be like a meme, whatever.
Yeah. Casey said that. He was like, "How are you gonna act like you've never seen The Bachelor? You were literally on a Bachelor Tell All or whatever." But he was definitely very weird, and he was way too okay with them like showing all the receipts, which I thought was weird too. Moving on, let's go to Chris S and the Olu situation.
Oh, I have a big take about this. So
don't come after Olu. Don't come after Olu. We ride for Olu in this house.
No, listen, I am all team Olu. So like the whole Chris S thing, I think he sensed he was going home and he just wanted to be on the show as long as possible. I mean, he looks like he's in Sigma Chi, like at like
he literally
Michigan State. Like I was like, who the hell is this guy? You know what I mean? I was thinking we'd see some like Chris Evan type of dudes, like white dudes for the most part. And then like, you know, your light skins and then like people like Olu. Yeah. And then he was coming at him for like he's saying he was uneducated.
A low IQ. I was so happy when he said that. Even I was like, ooh, like Olu is literally,
he's like, you want to go?
It's so obvious. Olu has a higher IQ than Chris S could ever fucking imagine. Literally. Exactly. That's the craziest part to me is Chris S actually
a lot of sprinkle.
Yeah, Chris S actually thinks he's smarter than Olu. He actually thinks that. Really? I'm pretty sure everyone would agree that Olu has a way higher IQ than Chris S could ever fucking attain.
There was a lot of was a lot of guys on this show that you could say have a low IQ. Olu was not one of them.
Yeah, exactly.
Not even close to him.
No.
But Chris S,
and his emotional intelligence as well was just off the charts.
To your point, Sarah, Chris S definitely knew he was going home, and he was definitely there to get some clout. So he knew he had to pull a fast one to stay longer to get more clout.
He said he meant what he said, though, even though he came on, quote, he may have came on strong, but he had intention.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he
didn't hear about it until like what, the 4th episode was it?
He always for a while, like even from the start of the season, kind of, he was only someone who had like the B-roll, like just the interview parts where he would like narrate or just bitch about some situation he had no part in, but just like heard about
for 3 or 4 seconds.
It was just the bitcher. Like all he would do was bitch. And then he started getting more vocal with the whole group instead of just in his interviews. And that's when he just like self-imploded. I was like, this is like a ticking time bomb.
It was just a disaster to watch. I was just so like, I was embarrassed watching it. I was like, oh my God, what is he doing? And I really thought like Oli was gonna like do something. I was like, you don't want to do that, dude.
Same. Chris S deserved it. If he did anything, Olu is way bigger of a man though than Chris. He does not need to stoop to that level. But I'm happy that he stood up and kind of got in Chris's face, because then he's actually scared for a second. I know he was scared.
It was funny because Chris S is definitely like that kid who probably grew up kind of rich, and like he was definitely in a frat. Like all those kind of things.
Exactly.
And when Olu stood up, his like life flashed before his eyes, and it was like he wouldn't even look at him, and it was so funny to watch that happen. But
he can say all that shit about Olu, but then as soon as Olu's in his face, he won't say it to his fucking face. Chris S is a bitch.
This is like and it's like, dude, just admit you're
Did you guys think that, I don't know, did you guys think it was a good thing to just like throw Tayshia's breakup in there in the middle? Like I just kind of thought it was weird.
It was the most awkward thing I've ever watched, because like Caitlyn is just like, how are you doing, sweetie? Like we all, I know, it was, I don't know if those were real tears, but I think the walk off was totally like staged and everything, and it was just very awkward to watch. It was just not necessary.
I didn't like it.
Like we all know they broke up. Like,
well, that's what I'm saying. Everyone knows, but then she turned her. She's like, now I notice you don't have your ring on. Do you want to tell us what happened? It's like, What? We were just listening to fucking Peter and
I know.
Will
and
argue about
Rodney,
pizza.
like it's nothing. And then Rodney starts it out like
she
takes up.
Yeah, she
And
walks
then,
off after they
Bro.
invite Rodney up. I was like, geez, Tasha, like you
it
couldn't
was the
actually hold it
weirdest thing
together.
I've ever watched. I love
then
Rodney, but I was just like,
I kind of thought, I was like, yo, Rodney, shoot your shot right here.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought.
Olu and Tasha. I am
Olu and
shipping
Tasha.
that 10,000 million%.
I didn't even think about that. That's a great one.
Seriously. Like, I mean, Olu is just beautiful.
Although
Tasha,
I do want to see
beautiful.
Olu on Paradise. And Tasha might be someone to go on Paradise too now that Becca
No,
Cooper went on.
she's more mature and older. You know
I don't
what
think
I'm
if
saying?
I think if she didn't
like I was
host,
supposed
I
to
think
even
if
see
she didn't
Becca on
host,
there.
I think if she didn't host, she would go on. I think if she didn't host the Bachelorette, she would go on. But
I was surprised to see Becca on there in the first place. That threw me for a loop. But
and then Rodney, I mean, we're team Rodney. I don't know about you, Sarah, but we liked Rodney.
I love Rodney. That's all
I love
can
Rodney.
say.
He's just like boy
Big
next
teddy bear
door kind of guy in my mind. And like, he is a great dude. And I guess this is like typical of most girls for the most part. Like, they have like a really nice, great guy, but maybe he's not the most attractive and is an underdog, whatever. And then they go for the Nate.
You're just explaining the friend zone.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's so annoying because I don't think, like, when they showed him, I was like, they try to make him out to seem like this unattractive, like ugly dude. I was like, he's cute.
I love Rodney. I
They're
want Rodney to be the Bachelor so bad. And it's pissing me off that they're giving Clayton this underdog fucking storyline now too. I was like, how are they doing this to Rodney? They're taking the Rodney is actually an underdog. Clayton's not that much of a fucking underdog, which we have to talk about the Bachelor preview.
Yeah, well, I think we need to circle back to that because that was a whole other loop, the whole recap thing. Oh god. But we'll get back to that.
But Martin.
Oh yeah, we had not talked about Martin. Talk about someone who was able to like trick everyone. Who's the one dude?
I don't think Romeo. He tricked anyone. I think everyone hated Martin all the time.
No, did you hear what Romeo said? He's like, bro, I liked you from the start. Look at my hair.
No, I thought he said that about Jaime. He said that about Martin.
Yeah, he's talking about Martin.
They were comparing their hair.
Yeah. And he's like, I've liked you from the start. He's like, you tricked me. But Martin was another person who, like I've said multiple times, like forgot that like everything was recorded. So he'd say one thing and then just be like, I didn't say that. And it's like, dude, we literally have you on camera saying this. I thought like, brother, you're not that big of a catch for him to be like, Michelle doesn't deserve me. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
And he was definitely dating that girl. And he was like, well, I was just seeing her and then I cut it off and now we're dating.
He said, I didn't have my phone. How am I supposed to be with someone? I didn't have my phone.
He said, no, the one, who was it? Will was like, weren't you talking to someone before the show? He said, yes. And he said, are you dating that person now? He said, yes. So he said, you guys weren't dating during it. He goes, then he said the thing about the phone. And it's like, so you definitely went on talking to this girl. And then I don't know if you guys caught this, but when Michelle came back on, he said, you helped me find my girl and I treat her like a queen.
Yeah.
He's talking about the girl that he was
and
basically
I was
dating. Like,
he learned what to not do in a relationship. I don't know though, the way he was talking on that damn stage and was not taking any accountability for his actions in any sort of fucking way. I feel like he is just as bad of a person as he was when he was filming as he is now with his new girlfriend, saying he treats her like a queen.
I'm not sexist at all, but these females out here like don't know how to, like they're all golden, like that's the kind of dude he is. Yeah. And it just drove me nuts. I had no idea why he stayed on the show that long. He's not attractive at all, in my opinion. And then he was just talking shit about Michelle the entire time.
Yeah, he was saying how she wouldn't give him the opportunity to say how he felt. Like he was trying to say that she wouldn't give him the opportunity to speak. And it's like, Martin, are you kidding me? He is like, that's the whole thing where it goes back to you forget that you're being filmed. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like it was insane how many people forgot that they were on the Bachelor
on camera.
And for him though, it was like like I feel like they just kind of swept under the rug, and Caitlyn and Tayshia never really said anything. But like he was dating someone during it, and his excuse of why he wasn't technically dating was because they weren't allowed to have phones in their hotel rooms. Like that is all he said. He didn't say no, we weren't dating. He just said, how am I supposed to date someone when I don't have a phone? It's like, well, you still can, but he's definitely like a piece of shit.
I
But
mean,
like
if I was his girlfriend, I'd be so embarrassed.
oh no,
she definitely
was like part of it.
I would never
She
be
was
seen
part
in
of
public.
it.
She didn't give a
She was
fuck.
part of it. She probably told him to go on, get some clout, and then come back, and we'll
When
be
you
all
come
good.
back and you start
little-
making that coin, you're giving me some of that coin.
Right.
Ugh,
He lives in Miami, so he's probably with some thotty with a body who wants some clout.
I'm about to look him up on Insta right now. He's got it.
And but like it was just like honestly, his whole exchange was hilarious. Like the definition of a fuckboy, you could just play that little clip that says, how am I supposed to date someone when I don't have a phone? Like that's just like well,
I was just
like
when he said that shit, I lost it.
Like, hey babe, I'm going on the Bachelorette. I'll text you in like 2 months. Love you.
Right.
Bye.
Yeah.
Right. Like I don't really like that's just funny as hell to me.
I gotta pee. Can we take a break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just click stop recording, Katie, and then it'll come back.
Pod.
All right. Just because we brought it up though, I did think it was interesting. We got 10 minutes left, so
yeah,
we'll wrap it up. But I did think it was interesting. One thing that Michelle said, she thought that Olu was the one person she sent home too early. I don't know if they had more time, maybe Olu would make it to the top 3. But
Michelle has a whole world of regrets right now, I feel. So
do you think
honestly, yes, I think she does have a lot of regrets.
Do you think if she picks Nate, let's say that happens, do you think they're still together during that filming?
No.
Oh.
Because when Martin or someone apologized to her, and then this is my last statement, and then if you guys have anything else, and then we should talk about the preview of Clayton real quick.
Yeah.
But when someone said, I'm sorry, it might have been Jaime, when he finally said I'm sorry, and he finally was like, I hope you found love or whatever, she didn't really like, she was kind of just like, thank you. And it's like, you seem someone like you just got broken up with. Like she didn't, it was kind of like a weird, so I don't think
guess
they're still
I'm hoping
together.
for the best, because I'm like, I want to be optimistic, because I want something to work out of Bachelor Nation for once, because nothing has in the past like 10 years.
We've been saying this the whole time though. If she picks Nate, she almost deserves to be broken
up.
If
Michelle
because she's had great
picks
guys.
Nate, she's a fucking idiot. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So
every red flag is there. Every single
like Nate.
His parents even told her he's not fucking. He's never brought a girl home.
Yeah,
Ew.
How did that happen? How old is he? 27?
Exactly.
27.
Exactly.
How does that happen?
I don't know.
How?
Because he is not it, sis. That's why. How he's not it.
You're bringing up great points, because I totally forgot about that, and now I'm like, oh my god, you're so right.
If she picks Nate, I don't understand how I can keep watching the show, but I need to watch Clayton season now. It actually
okay. Any last words from the Men Tell All?
No.
Fuck Peter.
I love Rodney and I love Rick, and I wish nothing for the best for them. I love Peter in like the hate Peter. Kind of way.
Like you want to just hook up with him one night.
Yeah, I would for sure bang Peter.
No.
Hey, it's the year of Peter.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the year of the Pete's. Pete Davidson.
God. But that's it.
Like,
no.
All right.
Clayton.
All right. It seems crazy. These chicks seem wild. I don't know if like with social media going crazy now that like we're just picking like people who are clout chasing kind of thing. And because like there's plenty of guys on this season that were pretty crazy that were like annoying, but they definitely like brought a little drama. There's probably a bunch of girls on his season, and he seems kind of like a pushover because he's like, I'm a guy from Missouri, not knowing, but
he's gonna get a girl so out of his league.
Yes, he is. The last scene though, where he's like, I gotta be honest, I've been intimate with all of you, and they all like start crying. It's like, what do you think you're on? You think you're on Christian Mingle? You're on The Bachelor.
Literally lost my breath for a second there. I was like, Clayton fucks though. Clayton fucks. Like, I can't even look at him the same anymore.
Wait, you're shocked?
I thought he was an ogre.
I might have a hot take here. I am not mad that Clayton's a bachelor.
I'm not either.
He's
no, I'm not
I'm
either.
excited. I cannot beleave that Clayton fucks. I cannot believe that he fucked more than one of the girls.
Listen,
that is
Clayton is my
type.
Clayton is my type to a fucking T.
Oh no!
And let me tell you,
no.
no. It's those low key, like, shy athletes that just are like, you would not expect anything out of them. But like,
yeah, but those low-key athletes always fuck. He played football at Missouri. He went to an SEC school. He fucks. Like, let's be honest.
Missouri, the worst SEC school in the fucking conference.
Yeah,
it's still an SEC school.
Oh,
Vanderbilt's the worst SEC. Vanderbilt's the worst SEC school.
Okay,
Vanderbilt's the worst SEC school.
Vanderbilt, yeah. Missouri's
still
a close second last.
But wait, you guys are like going. You guys are going on way different paths. Like, these girls are crying that he was intimate with more than one girl.
But, like,
they're on The Bachelor.
I don't know if that's like a whole like tease of something else, and he just says that because he's like, I've been intimate with all three of you, but there's only two girls standing there. And
I don't think
there was.
I don't think a lead.
One has blonde hair, one has brown hair.
I don't think
it down pretty quick.
I don't think a lead has announced it to the whole room at a rose ceremony in that sort of way.
No,
that's shocking.
Oh, speaking about rose ceremonies, did you guys see that bit where he's like, I don't know if this has been done before, but can I take a rose back? I'm so interested to see what has been done to retract your rose.
The drama better be there.
That.
I want to see
I hope it's
hardly
drama.
any date drama. I don't want to know anything about Clayton. I just want to see all the girl drama.
I love The Bachelor so much more than The Bachelorette.
Same.
Yeah, because of all the girls. Yeah,
I've
been sleeping over this season. I'm ready for it to be done.
We had 2 in a row. I will say I like the guys way more from Katie's season than I did Michelle's. I hated Katie. I love Michelle. Like, it's weird.
I hate Katie and I like Michelle. The guys who went on Bachelor in Paradise from Katie's season, I did like.
Claire and Tayshia's season had a lot of good guys too. I think of them as like my favorite, most recent.
I think my most favorite person of the past like 3 years is Aaron Clancy from Katie's season.
Aaron from Bachelor in Paradise, one of the bros. Aaron Jordan, not whatever, or James, not Jordan.
James, not Jordan.
James, not Jordan, and Aaron. Yeah.
Aaron was pictured with one of the girls on Clayton's season. So people were like, oh, she obviously gets sent home pretty quick.
Amazing.
So,
I mean, maybe they're done filming already, aren't they?
Yeah, but they're not supposed to. I don't think they're supposed to be like out and about.
Probably done. Yeah.
I bet like towards the end.
I mean, it premieres January 4th.
He wasn't at the, he couldn't show up to the Men Tell All, and I think they filmed that like November 23rd or something I saw online today or some shit.
Like they're either done now or just wrapping up.
They're probably going to wrap up like just before Christmas or something so they can like go home to their families and shit. So, yeah.
I would think they would be almost done, like, or not done. So yeah, that makes sense.
Well, we're about done on time, but next week will be Paradise Suites
Fantasy
Suites.
I know we miss Bachelor in Paradise in this house.
Is there another one after that then, right? There's 2 more episodes or just 1 more?
I kind of
Fantasy Suites finale, and then we have like a week fucking break, and then Bachelor
maybe
starts.
A week or 2. Yeah.
God.
Because the final episode is December 21st. I think
so there's 2 more weeks.
Of The Bachelor
is the first week of January.
4th or 9th. I can't remember. Somewhere in there.
I'm gonna have to do a cast thing again.
It's the 4th. It's January 4th. So it's next Tuesday, then the 21st is the finale, and then you got Christmas, 1 week off, and then first week of January is The Bachelor. So
never ending.
Never ending. The grind never stops.
I'm kind of glad though. I like it when I don't have a break. I have something to look forward to on my Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
That, and like I'm way more excited for The Bachelor because of all the females. Like that's way easier to watch.
I know everyone's complaining about Clayton or whatever, but I'm kind of excited to see him because we really didn't get to see much until that final episode before he got sent home.
If he fucks, the season will be way more interesting.
Yeah.
It
sounds like he fucks though.
Yeah, he's an ogre that fucks.
I'd fuck Clayton.
If he fucks and all three girls are that upset about it, he must fuck pretty well then. All right. So get off my man's
I wouldn't
back.
be that upset.
He must sling like Pete Davidson. I bet he slings like Pete Davidson. That's why they're so upset. Okay, we have to go.
All right. We'll see everyone back next week. Hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you.
Yeah. Peace.
All right. Peace.